Play for
I played for
Sompal's team.
Sampal's team. I played for Sampal's team, but it was whatever the name. I don't remember.
That was long time
A
back.
long time back, but it was good team. Sampal was the captain of the team, and we were having very good team. There was one more guy from India who came to play for us.
Sunny Patel.
Sunny Patel was not in our team. We played final against them.
Okay.
I still remember me and Sunny Patel were fighting for that player of the tournament.
Okay.
So I got man of the match in final, and that's the reason I got player of the tournament.
You won a bike
Yeah,
that you sold here and took the money to Pakistan and donated it.
Yes, I donated. Honestly, recently I stopped talking about these things because once you're doing good things, I think you should not tell everyone. But till now, Alhamdulillah, whatever I get in player of the match or whatever I get, I still donate it to the poor people.
So wonderful of you. And you've been here in Nepal over the last 6 years, time and again, back and forth. And you played DPL twice, PPL twice, and EPL twice.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. On yesterday, I was talking to one of the guy from the crowd. He said, like, Ron, you've been to Nepal a lot of times. So I just told him, honestly, Nepal is quite lucky for me. I've done very well in Nepal, if it's for country or if it's for the franchises team.
How do you find Nepal in terms of a country?
See, I'm in front of camera, so everyone will be thinking that I'm talking about them. But honestly, whenever I go to UAE and when it's come to the people, have their respect and everyone, I always say Nepali people are the best people in the world. And the percentage of the people are very good. They respected. It's not me only. They respected everyone, especially how they respect the senior guy, and really I admire that thing. And once they start loving you, then you have a lot of fans and everything. But I will still say, they're very good people and they are loving people.
Don't you meet Nepali players in UAE? Sorry, Nepali people in UAE? Do they recognize you? They must recognize you.
Honestly, maybe not before, but recently I've been a little bit in the media, especially on TikTok. So they recognize me, and even in the plane when we were coming from Dubai, and I heard one sound, "10 rupees ki Pepsi, Mustafa bhai sexy." So it's been like, it's good. Like everyone start knowing me, and again, I will say it's because they love me very, very much.
Okay, I just remembered one video where you were fielding in Pokhara Premier League, and from the audience, they were saying something to you. They were talking to you, and one of them was saying, "Let's have a selfie after the game." And I heard one guy say, "You marry a Nepali girl there." That was the fun part.
Yeah, there are a lot of people all time they say just marry in Nepal. And they ask me, do you have girlfriend? I just say, don't talk about that in front of. So yes, there are a lot of people who shout, like, they ask me a lot of questions, and you will not believe, I'm very happy to answer them. I really like to answer them, and whenever they ask me anything, whatever they ask, so I try to reply if I can.
Wonderful. We'll come back to the fan part in a while. So I just want to get started with how you started cricket. You're originally from Pakistan, who went to UAE at a younger age.
Yes, so honestly, it's quite long story, and I will say very emotional story. It's been very hard journey for me, and people recognize, they just see like how I play. I play cricket right now, but they don't know what's happened in the back. But it was quite difficult for me. We moved to UAE in 2001, and I was very young at age of 12 or something like that, and then my father passed away, and my father dream was that I play cricket for Pakistan, but something you don't achieve because of a few reasons, but still I play for the country, and I believe his dream was that to play for a country, which country it was. And when he passed away, there was nothing to do, and it was quite hard for living in UAE because it's quite expensive. And then my mother moved back to Pakistan, and with my sister, and then Well, my big brother, he went to Chile, and I spent very hard time in Dubai. I was living alone with one of the friend home, and it was quite hard because there was nothing to pay rent and all these things. But I started working as a part time, and one of the person who supported me, I started playing cricket for him at the age of 13, and I still playing for him. As the reason only he supported me very well. His name is Adil Mirza. So he started. Then I asked him like, I don't have anything to support, for eating, for living, and all this. Then he said, just play for my team, and I will pay you. And I was very young. Maybe I don't deserve that money at that time, but he supported me at that time. And from that time, I start playing cricket, focusing on cricket. I still remember there are a lot of friends who, like, if you're living in Dubai, there are a lot of things to do, like, night out or whatever it is, going out with friends and everything. They invited me a lot of time, but I always said never, I don't want to go because I want to focus on cricket. And, maybe it's in my blood because, and sometimes whenever it comes like that, I always think about my father. And then with time, I played under 19 in 2007, and I took two men of the match in that tournament. And from that time, I got selected in the senior team. And I was been in and out till 2013, yeah. But from that time, I was full time of the team.
Your father was more like a mentor to you.
See, in the age of 12, I never played cricket at that. I was just playing a tennis ball cricket. But you can say, his dream, I already see this passion about cricket. We used to, wake up at 2 o'clock to watch Pakistan-New Zealand match.
Wow.
And because it used to be start by way, because the New Zealand timing are very different. So he was like, sometime I used to say I want to be a good cricketer and all that. My elder brother, he was not that much interested in cricket. And my father said, if you work hard, Allah will give you. And that's the process I take it on.
Your father had a car sales business in UAE, right?
Yes, we had a car sales business, and still we are doing it. My brother doing in Chile. We were having a lot of cars in our showroom, almost more than 400 when my father passed away.
Wow.
But we were very young, and no one was there to take care of us. And then 2004 or four, I think 4 or 5, there was crisis in the whole world, where we lost all the things, and we were, lost a lot of money in that crisis.
So, if you were not a cricketer, you would have been into automobile business.
Maybe TikToker.
Now TikTok is very trending. Plus, it has a wide reach,
Yes, exactly.
especially in Nepal. When you talk about Nepal, the craze of TikTok is very high.
Yeah, exactly. Not in Nepal. I think most of the country is very high right now.
Okay, let's go back again. So, how was it for a kid growing up to stay there alone without your family and focus on the game that you love?
Uh, of course, it's quite hard, and there are a lot of things comes out because some people think when you don't achieve these kind of targets, then people say he is not doing well, he is in something else. And still, I still remember my mother, she used to call me about that thing, that someone is saying that he's not focusing on what I want to achieve, he's focusing somewhere else. Then I used to tell my mother, I don't have money, how I can go anywhere else? I just need to play cricket. And but in my point of view, if you are in Nepal or if you are in Pakistan or India, it's maybe a little bit easy because you live in your own country and there is nothing to do. But if you are living in Dubai or something like that, it's very expensive. You don't have your own home. You have to pay the rent. You have to pay the electricity bills. And for everything, it's quite difficult. And for that money, you have to earn that money to survive. And it was quite difficult journey, but I still say there are a lot of people behind me. Like, I still don't remember the name, but they really supported me in my difficult time. And whenever I need money, then I have to request it them. But, it's quite hard, but still they supported me all the time.
So, also, when you start earning from an early age, you become more responsible, right?
Yes, of course. When you, I always talk to my junior guys when they say me, we want to be like you or something like that, and I tell them story exactly like what happened in my past, and maybe that is the reason I'm a little bit more stronger than most of the players in UAE because when you spend difficult time in your early age, it make you more mature and yes, of course, earning from start of the time, and then my mother used to tell me like if you can send money and all that thing. She honestly, when I start sending, she always said if you don't have, don't. But then you take responsibility to take care of mother because my mother was eyes on me and my brother. There was no one else, and I will say still I miss the time to spend with family because I still believe I've spent a lot of time in the world, but I believe mother, father, and sister that we have to spend the time with them because it's the most precious time with of life.
And I think this is one issue with athletes, not just cricketers, not just footballers, but everyone that is an international player and they get to travel a lot. So they get less time to travel, be with the family.
Yes, that's what I said. Like exactly, you are right. When you travel around the world or something like you don't spend time with your family, and but still when you come back home, you meet your family. But if you are living in Dubai and your family is in Pakistan, when you go back to Dubai, it's there is no family, so you have to take leave to go back to Pakistan. So we don't get that. It's not easy to when you are working. Like at that time, we were not having contracts. We used to work in some companies and all these things. So once you come back from the tour, if you want to go back, you have to ask your company. But most of the time, they don't give you leave because they said you already took leave for the national team, so we can't give you that time.
That time is very difficult.
Of course.
So, as part of the growing up process, once you made it to the under age category, so what was the feeling like? You had it past. Now I'm here. Now then it's the national team, right? So how does a kid that lives alone and how did you cope with all the pressures that was coming in? Because you definitely know at that time people had eyes on you. They were looking up to you like this guy is going to go really up. So how was it at that time?
Yeah, of course. We were, if you ask me personally, when I start playing for the national team, there was nothing that much like even regarding salaries, we were not getting any salaries. We used to play almost free cricket, like because we were not having ODI status. But after 2014, we took ODI status in New Zealand. But from that time, we start getting contracts from the country like UAE board, Emirates board. So from that time, we start believing in ourselves that yeah, we have a lot of targets to achieve that. And after that, we played World Cup 2015 World Cup, then Asia Cup, then T20 World Cup. So I think from that time, we start believing that if we work more hard, we get contracts and to come on daily routine for the practice. Man, because when you are working, it's not easy. Again, ours it's not easy to work and play cricket in UAE because I still remember there are a lot of senior players who used to work from 6 a.m. to almost 5 p.m. And then of course you have to give time to your kids, your family, but they still used to come for the practice and. No one when you're like now the juniors they don't see what happened in the back, but I still remember because I was a part of that team as well. So I think we should credit it to them, the senior guys, because even I was younger, so I always say we should credit it to them. Because of them we are playing very good cricket. So when I went to Namibia this year and I was just we were playing. So when we took ODI status, so one of the news reporter asked me, Paul sir, that how you feel. I said like it's like you want to leave something behind, and I want to once I retire, so the youngsters still say that we have ODI status or we have something because the seniors who did well in the past. So I've always say credit to Khurram Khan, Amjad Javed. There are a lot of Amjad Ali, lot of players who have done really well for the country. They gave a lot of time to the country, and because of them, we are here and we got contracts and the players getting salary, the players getting everything.
I think the story of UAE cricket team and Nepal is somewhat similar because at one point Binod Das and our former players like Bardhan Chalise, then came Paras Thai himself, then Gyanendra Dai, Saurabh Dai. These are all players, the build they did in the initial time, the sacrifice, the fight, the similar thing between UAE at that time and Nepal was even our players were not playing for any salary. They were, I think, getting 25 rupees or something for an allowance.
Yes, exactly,
Right?
exactly.
So I think the story comes similar to there.
Yes, for the most of the associate cricketers, and the stories are the same story. Like we never used to get money a lot, but they still give the time. But right now the players are getting contracts, so they have to give basically. So that is more easier than the law because they in the starting of the time there was nothing that much. Honestly, right now even if you do a little bit well, you come on the media. But at that time, even the media was not that much very good. Like, Instagram or whatever, TikTok or Facebook. And they used to play just for, the country and all this respect. So I think the same story exactly. There are a lot of players in Nepal. I still remember Shakti is the oldest player.
Oh, I
Paras.
forgot his name.
Yeah. So these are the players. I think they should thanks to them.
You've also played against Sakti.
Yes, of course.
He had his birthday a few days back.
Yeah, he's with me. I have spoken to him. I played with him in one of the franchise team. Oh, he was some coach, something like that. But he's very calm and honest person.
One wonderful human being.
Yeah, exactly. A wonderful human. Honestly, I would love to see him with Nepal team doing something. Or is it spin consultant or whatever it is? When I feel for them, I don't know. Maybe I will be with team or not, but I don't mind. But for players like him, they should be with Nepali team as a whatever it is because they have give a lot of time. They have give everything to this country, so I think they deserve to be with Nepal team as well.
The interesting thing about this show is that I wanted to do the first episode with Sakti Dai because he was here in Kathmandu.
Okay.
But since we're almost ready, we're not ready. We're almost ready. We had some wire to come in, so some technical problem.
Okay.
So Sakti Dai had to go back.
Okay.
And I could not stop him. So he's coming soon. And जो हेरिरहनु भएको छ, Sakti Dai आउनुहुन्छ, कुरा पनि भइसक्यो. Also, today is a very special day for world of cricket because today is the birthday of Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar.
Oh, okay.
It's a very special day to sit with you and talk.
Thank you.
So I think we also had our instance. We had never talked directly before, but Pokhara Premier League, you were playing, I was hosting. That was the time I did my commentary debut along with Paresh Lohanidai.
Okay, right? Nice.
And then Everest Premier League, you were playing for Kathmandu.
Yeah.
I was with Pokhara Rhinos.
Okay.
So also the last time UAE came for the bilateral series.
Yeah, okay.
So we were there in commentary box. Was if you talk about the cricketers, there was my friend Sachin was there and Paresh Dai, Saurabh Dai, and Prithu did his debut in that bilateral series.
Yes, yeah, he was there. Yes, I remember. Yeah, but I asked him because he was there in Nepal for some reason. And because I met him, Prithu, I'm talking about Prithu, I met him in USA and we played together as well. So I used to tell him, why you moved to USA, you should play for your country then. But, everyone have every planning and they just want to go with that. And, there are a lot of things in, behind. So you have to complete that thing. So he was a very good player as well. I still say he should have give more time to the country.
Textbook batting.
Yeah, exactly.
His cover drives are, oh my God, something to die for.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've also had a talk with him. So he'll be coming here soon.
Okay.
So I think it's gonna go cricket for a while.
Yeah.
Because seeing what's happening in the world of cricket, especially in the associate countries.
Yeah.
Recently, you came for the League 2 games, and now you're again back here for the ACC Premier Cup. So, okay, let's talk about Nepal once again. So, थोड़ा हिंदी में बात करते हैं. I really want to. We were talking in Hindi a while ago, so थोड़ा हिंदी में जाते हैं. I really like उर्दू बहुत अच्छी लगती है. The way you guys speak, आप लोग जैसे बातें करते हो, हम क्या बोलते हैं कि नेपाली थोड़ा direct है, but उर्दू is such a wonderful language.
Yes, exactly. मुझे आपको उर्दू काफी अच्छी है, लेकिन मैं आपको पर्सनली बताऊं तो मुझे आप लोगों की उर्दू ज़्यादा अच्छी लगती है, क्योंकि कभी-कभी क्राउड से मुझे आवाज़ आती है, तुम कैसी है? So, मैं आवाज़ मारता हूँ कि मैं लड़का हूँ, लड़की नहीं हूँ, तो मैं कैसा हूँ, आप बोलो। तो आई थिंक लाइक हमारी तो लैंग्वेज उर्दू है, हमारी कौमी ज़बान उर्दू है, सो हमारी उर्दू इसलिए काफ़ी में भी अच्छी है और आप लोगों की ज़बान में भी उर्दू नहीं है। बट ये है ऑफ कोर्स कि हाँ, स्वीट लैंग्वेज है तो लोगों को पसंद आती है।
स्पेशली वो सॉन्ग्स जो होती है, अभी हम बॉलीवुड में सुनते हैं, बाहर सुनते हैं, वो बहुत टच कर जाती है। वो वर्ड्स जैसे आते हैं ना, आती है ना, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग।
एग्जैक्टली।
सो बात करना चाह रहा था, जब इंटरनेशनल डेब्यू किया आप,
जी।
तो एक बहुत रेयर सक्सेस मिला आपको। एक ही मैच में 100 भी मार लिए और 5 विकेट हॉल भी मिल गया, पपुआ न्यू गिनी के अगेंस्ट था।
जेपीएनजी किया गया, यस, जी जी।
यू आर द ओनली थर्ड प्लेयर टू डू इट आफ्टर सर विवियन रिचर्ड्स एंड
पॉल कॉलिंगवुड। हाँ।
सो कैसा लगता है? वो रेयर रिकॉर्ड है ये तो।
यार असल में जिस दिन हमारा मैच था अबू धाबी में, मुझे तो ऑनेस्टली याद भी नहीं है एग्जैक्टली कि जब मैंने उस दिन शो किया, तो जब मैं बॉलिंग पे आया तो मैंने 3 आउट किए थे, तो आई स्टॉप माई सेल्फ, आई वॉज कैप्टन बेसिकली। तो मैंने स्टॉप किया, मैं बॉलिंग नहीं करा रहा था, तो मैं और प्लेयर से, क्योंकि हम मैच ऑलमोस्ट विनिंग पोजीशन पे आ गए थे, तो मुझे अहमद रजा ने बोला कि रोहन तूने 100 किया है, 2 विकेट भी ले ले, 5 विकेट भी हो जाएंगी, बट हमें रिकॉर्ड का कुछ भी नहीं पता था। एंड शायद वो मेरा दिन था, एंड मैं वापस बॉलिंग के लिए आया, मैंने नॉर्मल बॉल्स कराई, उन्होंने ट्राई टू हिट एंड कैच आउट हुए, तो 9 पॉइंट कुछ ओवर में मैंने जो लास्ट विकेट ली थी तो मैंने ले ली। एंड जब मैं 5 विकेट ले मैच ख़त्म हो गया, मुझे मैन ऑफ द मैच मिला, अवार्ड भी ले लिया। स्टिल आई वाज नॉट दैट मच लाइक, मुझे जहन में ऐसा कुछ नहीं था कि मैंने कोई रिकॉर्ड बनाया है, बस मैंने बोला एक काम हुआ। सच बोलूं तो 100 पे मैं ज़्यादा खुश था, क्योंकि 100 मेरा फर्स्ट ओडीआई 100 था, एंड फर्स्ट 5 और विकेट भी था, लेकिन ओडीआई 100 पे ज़्यादा खुश था। एंड अब ट्रस्ट मी, मेरे लाइफ के सबसे ज़्यादा मैसेजेस एक उस दिन आए थे, और एक मेरा अफगानिस्तान के अगेंस्ट परफॉर्मेंस थी, उसकी भी मैं स्टोरी बताऊंगा, उसमें आए थे। तो जब मैंने मोबाइल उठाया तो मोर देन 500 मैसेजेस, और क्रिक इन्फो ने मुझे टैग किया हुआ है, और फेसबुक पे मुझे लाइक ऑल अराउंड द वर्ल्ड टैग किया हुआ। तो मैंने फेसबुक खोला तो उधर विवियन रिचर्ड की तस्वीर है और साथ में मेरी तस्वीर है। तो मैं भी थोड़ा सा शॉक हो गया कि मैंने ऐसा क्या काम कर दिया जिसमें मुझे दुनिया मोस्ट पीपल ट्विटर में भी उन्होंने ट्वीट किया था, एंड ऑफ कोर्स मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा दिन था। एंड खैर मेरी फैमिली किसी को भी नहीं पता था कि ये रिकॉर्ड है क्या, बिकॉज इतना क्रिकेट वो इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं था अबू के अलावा। सो बट ये था कि मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा दिन था, और ऑफ कोर्स एक इवन इफ यू रिटायर, अपने जो बच्चे होंगे, किड्स होंगे, उनको एटलीस्ट वो पूछेंगे कि अबू ने क्या किया है, तो ये एक रिकॉर्ड बता सकते होंगे जो दुनिया में 3 आई विश के और लोग भी करे बनाए। और बट ये ऑफ कोर्स एक
लिस्ट में तो हम
हमेशा नाम रहेगा।
वाओ, रेयर रिकॉर्ड भी है वो। ओके, फिर नेपाल आना चाहता हूँ मैं। सो आप क्या ये काठमांडू से तो खेले ही हैं, काठमांडू में खेले हैं, पोखरा में खेले, और स्पेशली जो डीपीएल खेले थे, दैट्स द हम उसे फार वेस्ट बोलते हैं, है ना? तो इन टर्म्स ऑफ कंट्री के हिसाब से, और आपने जैसे काठमांडू को देखा है, पोखरा टूरिस्ट एरिया है, वो डिफरेंट है, फार वेस्ट कैसा लगा आपको?
आज मती से बात कर रहा था, मेरे भाइयों से मैंने डिस्कशन की थी कि उसने मुझसे पूछी काठमांडू के बारे में। ऑफ कोर्स दंगड़ी थोड़ा पीछे है, लाइक इट्स लुक लाइक बिट विलेज टाइप, बट जब भी मैं गया था तो एक सीजन में तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा बारिश हुई थी और इतनी क्रिकेट अच्छी हुई नहीं थी, बट एक सीजन जो मैं खेला हूँ, मैंने बताया मैं बेस्ट प्लेयर ऑफ द टूर्नामेंट आया था। तो क्रिकेट का क्रेज मैंने उधर भी देखा, क्योंकि जब मैं मैच खेलने गया था, जितने मैच था लोग क्राउड आता था, और मेरे में एक चीज़ है कि इवन मैं यूएसए बहुत जाता हूँ, तो मैं जब क्रिकेट के लिए जाता हूँ तो मैं ट्राई टू एंजॉय माय क्रिकेट, कि मैं उधर क्रिकेट पे मेरा फोकस रहे। सो एज अ क्रिकेटर ऑफ कोर्स मैं ये बोलूँगा कि अगर उनको ग्राउंड्स और अच्छे मिल जाएं तो मोर क्राउड आएगा, मोर चीज़ें अच्छी होंगी। तो एज फार आई नो लाइक इवन मैंने दंगड़ी में क्रिकेट के लिए जो जहाँ तक मैं एंजॉय कर सकता था मैंने एंजॉय किया।
वो जो धनगढ़ी में सेकंड सीजन फापला में खेले थे ना आप, वो स्टेडियम को प्लान क्या है कि उसे इंटरनेशनल बनाने का प्लान है।
अच्छा।
तो और वो फार वेस्ट का टूरिज्म अगर बात करें ना, तो उसे हम वर्जिन टूरिस्ट एरिया बोलते हैं.
Okay.
वहाँ पे इतनी ब्यूटीफुल प्लेसेस है जो अभी तक प्रॉपरली एक्सप्लोर नहीं हुई, कमर्शियलाइज हो नहीं पाई है.
जी.
सो अभी आप व्हाट आई वांटेड टू आस्क वाज, डिड यू टेक एनी टूर्स, घूमे या कुछ जगह देखी?
नहीं, ऐसे मैं खास कहीं गया नहीं था. एक बार गया था, आई डोंट रिमेम्बर द नेम, लेकिन इट वाज वेरी फार. पहाड़ थे, हम काफ़ी ऊपर चढ़े थे. आई डोंट नो क्योंकि काफ़ी पुरानी बात है. बट ओनर थे, वो हमें लेके गए थे. वी वेंट इन द बस एंड देन उधर से हम कुछ एरिया पैदल भी गए थे. और इट वाज नाइस प्लेस. एज आई सेड कि सेकंड सीजन में हो गया था और उस टाइम पे बारिशें बहुत हुई थी, तो मौसम काफ़ी अच्छा था. तो आई रियली एंजॉय दैट प्लेस एज वेल.
पोखरा चिल है बहुत.
यस, मैं हमेशा इवन प्लेयर्स को बोलता हूँ कि whenever we get time we should go to Pokhara. And my dream is to go to Annapurna because I want to see these kind of places. And inshallah whenever I get time, or if I come for some league, जैसे league के लिए आऊँगा और मेरे पास time हो 3-4 दिन के लिए, so I will, और हफ्ता time हो, so I will go there inshallah.
वो ट्रेकिंग रूट ही होता है.
Yes, exactly.
आई थिंक रिसेंटली नेशनल टीम, नेपाल नेशनल टीम के प्लेयर भी गए, जाके आ चुके हैं.
जी.
जब भी टाइम मिलता है वो चले जाते हैं. दैट इज अ ब्यूटीफुल थिंग टू सी.
एग्जैक्टली. अभी आई थिंक मेरे साथ अविनाश बोरा है, उसने आई थिंक वो भी अभी रिसेंटली गया,
वो भी गया,
काफी एंजॉय की थी.
अविनाश, डिपी और करण
आई थिंक करण गए थे. एग्जैक्टली
गए थे. दे आर वेरी फिट, ट्राई टू कीप देमसेल्फ फिट एंड वो चले जाते हैं जब भी छुट्टी मिलती है.
अच्छी बात है.
सो आप रहे हो यूएई में, बट पाकिस्तान में जो वादियाँ हैं, जो माउंटेन्स हैं, जैसे मैंने देखा है जो इंडिया से दोस्त आते हैं ना, वो यहाँ काठमांडू के सराउंडिंग के हिल्स देख के वो वाव करने लगते हैं. लेकिन आप तो यूज टू होंगे ना किस हद तक माउंटेन्स वगैरह से?
जो इस एरिया से मैं बिलोंग करता हूँ, यस, काफ़ी माउंटेन्स उधर भी हैं. एंड हमारे यहाँ भी काफ़ी ग्रीनरी है, बारिशें भी होती हैं और काफ़ी नाइस प्लेस है. बट स्टिल यू नो बेसिकली कल्चर्स, आप चीज़ें देखते हो, हमारा थोड़ा डिफरेंट चीज़ें हैं, काठमांडू के डिफरेंट है. ऑफ कोर्स ज़्यादा डिफरेंट नज़र नहीं आती, बट सिर्फ कल्चर वाइज अगर आप देखो, लोगों को देखो, तो डिफरेंट नज़र आता है.
बहुत लोग बोलते हैं, मेरे बहुत दोस्त बोलते हैं जो बाहर से आए हैं, वो बोलते हैं कि ऐसा सोचा नहीं था. जो अभी तो यूट्यूब में बहुत से कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स वो बनाते हैं वीडियोस ट्रैवल वगैरह के, लेकिन 5 साल पहले की अगर बात करें तो नेपाल ऐसी जगह है कि जितना घूमो ख़त्म नहीं होता है. हम बोलते हैं अगर घूमना है तो आपको 10 साल लग जाएंगे नेपाल घूमने के लिए. इतनी सारी जगहें हैं, राइट? सो इसीलिए आप देखते हो ना, वो ठमेल में ट्रैवल एजेंसी बहुत होती है, बट अभी भी अनएक्सप्लोर्ड प्लेसेस बहुत ज़्यादा हैं, राइट? सो पीपीएल की एक बात, आई रिमेंबर वन थिंग, एवरी टाइम यू फिनिश अ गेम एंड you go around Lakeside in the evening, you would find some players at some point.
Yes,
a group of players sitting, chilling.
Exactly.
That was some wonderful sight to see.
Exactly. Especially मुझे याद नहीं है, हमारे साथ बीम भी था, काफ़ी प्लेयर्स थे. We woke up early morning क्योंकि उसमें जो सनराइज था वो बहुत अच्छा होता है, तो हम लोग उधर भी गए थे. तो it was one of the best thing I saw in Pokhara. And as you said, like every evening में आप जाओ, खामोशी है, people are walking, जो उधर स्टॉल लगे होते हैं, कोई क्या बेच रहा है, सो यू ईट देयर, यू एंजॉय द टाइम, यू नो. ऑनेस्टली अगर मुझसे पूछे, मैं जितनी भी लीग्स में आया हूँ, तो पोखरा इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट प्लेस आई हैव बीन. And I really enjoy that place in all the way. If it's cricket, if it's sitting outside or cafe में बैठो, it's very nice place.
And also if you talk about the ground, so जहाँ से बैटिंग कर रहे हो, अगर उस साइड में देखोगे तो फिशटेल माउंटेन,
Exactly.
That's beautiful.
Amazing. मैं 2014 में क्वींसटाउन गया था, न्यूजीलैंड. वो वन ऑफ द ब्यूटीफुल ग्राउंड आई एवर सॉ इन द वर्ल्ड. एंड उसके बाद मैं सेम जो फीलिंग्स हैं, ऑफ कोर्स थोड़े वो पहाड़ क्लोज थे, ये थोड़े फार हैं, बट इट्स अ सेम थिंग, लाइक यू नो, पहाड़ है, बर्फ है, और यू नो यू एंजॉय.
पोखरा का एक बोलते हैं कि वहाँ का वेदर का कोई भरोसा नहीं होता है.
एग्जैक्टली.
सो कुछ साल पहले मैं फुटबॉल टूर्नामेंट के लिए गया था. सो फुटबॉल में नॉकआउट है, तो क्या होता है कि फुल टाइम में कुछ नहीं होता, एक्स्ट्रा टाइम और पेनल्टी जाता है ना. तो हमें कमेंट्री में बताना पड़ता है कि गेम अभी एक्स्ट्रा टाइम जाएगा या डायरेक्ट पेनल्टी जाएगा. वो ऑर्गेनाइजर के हाथ में होता है, वो पहले ही डिसाइडेड होता है. तो मैं जाके पूछा था, और वो मेरे को बोले, मैच कमिश्नर बोले, देखना पड़ेगा अगर बारिश नहीं हुई बादल नहीं आई तो हम एक्स्ट्रा टाइम जाएंगे
Okay.
अगर बादल आ रही है
Okay.
तो हम सीधे पेनल्टी शूटआउट जाएंगे
Okay.
so that's the weather of Pokhara.
Exactly.
It was a local tournament but it was fun. Okay, let's move on a little bit. नेपाल तो आते रहते हो so especially अब बात करेंगे हम let's start with League 2. लीग 2 का एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा
जो आप रिसेंटली खेले हम लोग
रिसेंटली खेले
Of course, it was good. But honestly, हमें हम पर काफ़ी प्रेशर था because हमको ODI status retain करना था and Nepal want to qualify directly to the World Cup and यही था कि हम लोगों ने काफ़ी प्रिपरेशन की थी but सच बोलूँ तो नेपाल और वेल प्रिपेयर and स्पेशली आफ्टर मोंटी सर आए थे तो उसकी वजह से उनकी टीम काफ़ी इम्प्रूव कर रही थी एंड द गाइज वर enjoying their self in the ground and they were doing really well and as you know last 6-7 ODIs में उन्होंने already 6 matches जीते हुए थे so when we came we were under pressure we want to retain ODI status and it was great experience you know honestly Puchu cricket is game one day you win one day you lose of course you try to win and but even when you lose you know you take something from there and like you know you learn something from there and you take memories also and from there we just you know when we lost there it was you know everyone was upset but we when we went back we all sit together we just said like we are one and for this like you know whatever happened in the past is past अभी हमें मेहनत करनी है और हमें ODI status लेना ही लेना है and first target was ODI status and the second target was to qualify for the World Cup and when we went to Namibia जो हमने mistakes इधर की थी हमने उनसे सीखा and you know we retain ODI status and we qualify for the World Cup main qualifier.
That was I think that's the best part of any sports, the unpredictability. I think that makes any game interesting that you want to sit and watch the game at the edge of your seat.
Exactly.
Right? So again, in all the countries you played, आप सब देश में खेले हो, कौन से country का home support अच्छा लगा?
Of course, Nepal. I don't think so. पूछने वाला question है. And,
so like there's no second option.
There is no second option at all. Especially in associate. Because I've been to Bangladesh Asia Cup qualifier में, Asia Cup में. We played against Bangladesh. There were a lot of crowd, but the match we played against Nepal in WCL last match, the crowd I saw, I still remember people are sitting on the trees. And you know they were just supplying the water also. No. It was one of the beautiful scene I still remember and I will remember forever. So I think मैं अगर आप मुझसे personally पूछो if someone asks me why Nepal's players are doing really well in Nepal, of course ये तो उनकी home country है, pitches they know very well. But other than that जो उनको support मिलता है ना, trust me आपको एक बंदा आपको support करने आ जाए आपका दिल बड़ा हो जाता है. And when it's come to 15 to 20,000 crowd and they are just, you know, saying your name and supporting you. So that is very different. And that put pressure on another team. So that is the reason, you know, Nepal team are going up. And yahi crowd ki wajah se, you know, the youngsters will come and they will start playing cricket because, of course, everyone wants fan base. And I think that is the reason. Or I still say Nepali fans are the most... loving person for their teams.
I'll come to the fan part again because I want to discuss about it more. But I want to talk more about you've also had some working experience with our coach Monty Desai.
Yes, he's been with us in 2017, I think, 2017 or 18. Yeah, he was with us as a batting consultant, and it was not too long, but he was very, very nice person. How he teach, how he handled the pressure, how he wanted you to you do well. So I still remember him, and we just spent 4 months together, and it's almost 5 years. We still in touch. Every match he messaged me, and every occasion he messaged me, and I message him. And when after that he went back to West Indies team. as a betting consultant. And whenever I used to watch, I don't watch much cricket, but whenever I watch West Indies match and I saw him on the TV, I used to take picture and send it to him. Sir, I watch you and you are smiling. So, that was the love from him. He gave it to us, and he messaged me all the time. Just smile and enjoy. And I think that is the reason I will say he have bring these things in Nepal dressing room, and I think that is the thing they are improving time by time.
How is he as a person?
He honestly is one of the best person I've ever met in my life, and he's very calm. And I never saw him getting angry. I used to get angry, and he used to tell me be calm. And but he's very nice. I've told you right. If you meet a person for 4 months and then you can message him for 5 years, so there is some attachment with that. It's not only me that he's doing to me; he's doing to most of the cricketers who are in touch with him, like Ahmed Raza and all this. So it was different from everyone.
Okay, we talk about the fans. We talk about the coach, our current coach. I want to ask you, since you're here for a while already, you know Nepali cricket somehow. How do you find the Nepali media?
It's good, honestly. Especially they are very good with me. Whenever they ask me some good question, not controversial question. So that's what I like it about them. And even whenever I used to go to press conference, they say if you don't like the questions, you don't answer. But it's again. What I said is like when you go back in 2008-9, there was no media, so no one knows a player. Even if you take this player to 2008, no one would have know him that much. But right now, you see Kushal Malla, if he scores something, it's all around the media, all around the world. People are posting, media is posting. So if you ask me, that's the reason people are not more, famous in the country because of the media. And I always credit to the media about the players. So that's why I tell everyone, all youngsters, please do whatever you want to do it, but don't do anything with media because they make you down and they make you up. So the media is good.
Like every associate country wants to play red ball cricket, right? So how's that dream going? Test match.
I don't want to play.
Oh, really? Why?
No, it's not that. But for red ball cricket, I played first class cricket for UAE because at that time there was a Intercontinental Cup, and but then they stopped.
The 4 days one?
Yeah, 4 day one.
Days.
Yeah. But reason is that it's quite hard to do it. If you ask personal associate cricketers, it's not easy to do job of 4 day cricket, and plus, if you see the things coming from T20, the fan base, you tell me if there is a 4 day match, no one will come to watch UAE or Nepal match. But if there is a T20 match, maybe there will people will come. It's not that, but less people will come because it's a 4 day match. Even maybe result don't come.
They might come in the last 4th day.
Yeah.
Fourth
Exactly,
day, but not from the first.
But the T20 it's quite short, and but they knows you will get the answer whoever win. So result you will get it. So but that is the reason I think 4 day cricket was not that much at peak, and there was no advantage for any team. So that's why they stopped.
Also, I think the grooming for players that needs to be given to play test cricket is different because we've seen because I've worked with players from Pakistan, and the way they train, their mentality is like you have to play for 5 days. And what we are doing, the Swiss countries, is like we have to play.
Yeah, well, come to that topic, and as you said, like how important is red ball cricket? Yes, of course, it's important for all cricket, like even for T20 and even for 50 over. When sometime you go to the pitch and you need to chase 300, for example, but where you get patient, you should get patient from 4 day cricket. If you play 4 day cricket, you will get more patient. And if you see England players, they are good in ODI, they are good in T20. The reason is they're playing red ball cricket, the basic things. So they try to work on basic things. When you improve your basic things, then you can do everything. So of course it's important, but as I said, there is no support from everyone like for the red ball because it's not easy. So that's there.
Yeah, that's a bit different because I've worked with Taj Wali. Ishar Ulal, and I've also worked with Asif Ali went to play the World Cup. And the famous catch drop that created the meme, that was Asif Ali. So that was a privilege that I got, and experiencing how they talked about the game, वो जैसे बात करते हैं, game का approach होता है उनका. So it felt some different from what we do usually.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference.
Exactly.
So now let's get on with a few things. Wanted to talk about how are your team approaching the upcoming World Cup. But before going there, the last World Cup, you were not in the team. So what was the situation for you, and how did you make your comeback? I really want to know that, because see, this I think one is for the aspiring guys, the youngsters, because in life success is not always there. Sometimes the unpredictable happens, and how you cope up with it, that is the main fact. So
As you said, life is unpredictable, and I always say, what is yours, it will come to you, and what is not yours, whatever you do, it will not come to you. So I think it was my dream to play. If I haven't played that World Cup, I would be the first player for UAE who played 3 World Cups, and it was my dream. And I was in qualifiers, and I did really well in the qualifiers, and I want to play that World Cup. But there was such a reason. There was a lot of reason, and I was not in the squad, and I still say whatever happened. When you work hard for something and you don't achieve, you get heartbroken. So basically, I always tell my family that whatever happened, the love for the cricket will be not the same, because it was quite difficult time for me, and. But still, when you give that much ears to the cricket, so you can't leave cricket like that. And but still, I believe that it was not in my my life that I would achieve that. I wish I do play World Cup next year or whatever it comes in the way. But after that, when you want to answer someone, it's not to cry or something like that in the room. And I always believe on hard work. If you do hard work, Allah will give you. And that's what I did. I started playing in domestic, and I did well in that time. And I was doing very well. I was not that much bad at time as well. But my target was to, even before that happened to me, like I was out of the squad. So I went back and I started playing cricket. I started focusing more what I was doing. And then I did well in domestic, and then I did well in the practice matches as well. So that is the reason I'm here now.
the fight always goes on.
Yes, exactly.
No matter which level you reach,
Yeah.
getting better never stops.
Yes, exactly.
This is one of the Adidas ads Sachin Tendulkar did. So I remember that.
Okay.
And this has also been the motto of my life, because one of Sachin Tendulkar's, he's been my idol. If there's cricket for me, there's Sachin Tendulkar.
Okay, nice.
And it was a energy boost, something advertisement. And Sachin said, I was a kid, and Sachin said, though it was scripted, but I really love those lines. And he said, losers always have excuses.
Exactly.
That's a wonderful line.
Exactly. And that's a wonderful line. Basically, I always say what we do exactly nowadays when we lose, we blame each other. And I think you should not blame each other. You should blame yourself only. And you see your mistakes, because if you have done well, maybe the team have won. But I will say, like, when I get out of the team or I do something bad, so I just said, even my domestic team lose, I try to see my things. If I have done well, maybe I would change all things. So that's the reason.
Okay, let's come to the present now. Your team UAE, made 471 runs yesterday. So what was that for me? Like, I just turned on my TV and I see the score, I see the overs, and I had to check it again. Right? So what was going in the dressing room? How was the pitch?
Pitch was good. Honestly, 471 was not a good score. We should have scored more than 500. I still blame myself and Asif, because if we would have on the crease for 2-3 overs, we would score more than 500 because the wicket was good. And of course, I don't wanna point out them. They are good team, the Singapore, but the bowling was not that much good. But how Wasim played, it was extraordinary. How he started, when Wasim start hitting, he can damage any team, and he have done it recently in ILT and even for UAE. So after that, Vritia is in good touch. He scored 180 in first match against Kuwait, and after that, he was doing really well yesterday as well. And the score is going high is because the balls are SG balls. It is a little bit hard, so when you hit, it goes far. So maybe that is the reason also that 470 have scored on that wicket.
It's one of the highest totals.
Yeah, I believe it will be
For
highest total.
associate, it's high.
I think in Nepal it should be highest total.
Definitely, yes. It's the highest. So now the team environment must be really good, laid back, but still there, the semi-final is knocking on the door.
Yes, I always say we have Coach Mudassir sir is very, very nice person, very calm person. I think is same like Monty sir, and how he bring us together was one of the best thing I ever saw in my life. And he always talk about just give your best, don't care about the result will come to you. So we were doing our best thing, and when we don't do well, he just come to us and he don't talk about cricket. He just say like, you can do much better. He doesn't talk about that day. He said, you have done recently really well and just focus on that, and that's it.
Also, you batted almost in all the positions, from opening to the last man. I think the 11th position is left there. Or have you done it all?
I think 11 and 10 position I left. I think when you get older, you get more responsibilities. So, but whatever the team needs, they just tell me. And from last couple of years, like 2 years, I never asked them, I want this, I want this. Whatever they give me, I take it. If I do well, I do well. If I don't do well, I wish I do well.
Wow. Since we were talking about the franchise, I think since the introduction of T20 franchise leagues, cricket started getting money, right? And you're someone who has played somewhere around the world. So how has that experience been?
Everyone see the money, and but as I said, when I go for cricket, of course money is everyone needs, and but before that, I try to take responsibility. I try to take my team win, and cricket is my passion, and I want to do well all the time. If it's A division, B division, C division, whatever cricket it is, and it's not easy to do because everyone sees it's easy, but it's not. Trust me, when someone call you from USA, and then you travel around 10,000 kilometers and you don't do well, so I don't think so it's a nice thing. And even when I used to come Nepal, I always try to do well and make an impression on the owners or whatever the captain it is. But when you don't do well, it's pressure on you, and but then it's not easy to come out of that pressure because it's more than your country pressure. And
it just gets added up and up.
Exactly.
Every day.
That's and then wherever you go, even if I take you to paradise, you will not enjoy because for what you are here, you're not doing well, so it's quite hard. But if you are doing really well, so then you enjoy wherever you are.
I think the most one of the factors of performance is to get acclimatized in that very particular surrounding, the atmosphere, also the pitch, because every pitch is different from one another.
Yes, exactly. But I believe whenever I go to any team, I just try to make friends everyone. So even if I do bad, so they don't talk to me. But honestly, my performance, I have done. Of course, in few tournaments I did well, but most of the tournaments I did really done well. And whenever I go to any team, whoever it is, I try to make friendship and I try to make myself easy in the dressing room. When you start feeling easy in the dressing room, you can do well because there are no pressure on you then. So that's what I do. That is my formula, and I always try to do like that, to talk to the players, talk to the management, talk to the captain, whoever it is. I make friends, and they just supported me. They back me up in all the conditions. So I do well, alhamdulillah.
Wow. I think we always talk about this passion into profession, right? And for athletes, and let's just talk about cricket. So once you start playing, it's one thing that you're passionate about it, but when it comes when you play the nationals, then now it's serious now. And when you are approached by these franchise teams, it's a different thing. And I wanted to ask, uh, especially we've seen now USA had minor league cricket. Now they're doing the major league cricket. Are they taking more step forward towards improving their cricketing?
Yes, exactly. Maybe you have heard like Anmukh Chand is playing there. There are a lot of IPL. Bipul Sharma is there. There are a lot of players who are
People
doing
Paji.
Bibaji. There are a lot of players who have been signed by a lot of teams in USA, and I think it will be, USA is the country where they're spending more money, and they are improving day by day, and they are growing very fast. And I think I'm not saying big words, but in recent years, like 5 to 10, maybe 10 years, USA will be a best team in. You can be a best team, right? Like it will be 8 or 10 teams,
Wow.
because how they bringing players from all around the world is, ex,
Amazing,
example for
yes.
everyone. Yeah, yeah.
Because we've seen for the Major League Cricket, they have a franchise team that is bought by the IPL teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, the experience of IPL when it goes to Major League Cricket, and it's definitely bound
Yeah,
to
exactly.
level up.
I don't think so that will more affect, because even the teams in IPL teams are in Dubai as well, and we had ILT, the best tournament in the world, recently happened in UAE. But the more than that, they have the major league, the franchise are brought the players from all around the world, from South Africa, England, and India and Pakistan. There are a lot of test cricketers who have played test cricket for their countries now, are there in the USA to play for USA.
Oh. See, I've been following the minor and major league because one of my franchise teams, they own a minor league team. They want to own a major league team as well. So because of them, I've been looking up all, and also I work with Bipul Paji, Harmeet, and Leheru. So I follow them and see in the stories. And the thing about America, USA, is the way they know how to commercialize the sports is amazing.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
we've seen that in Major League Soccer. David Beckham has a team. This guy has a team. They're bringing all the glamours in, right? And
Exactly.
same thing is going to be done with cricket now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where the
They're
money
really
is.
working hard on cricket right now, and I hope, and they will improve more with the time, and then they can be a best team.
Oh. We've come towards the end phase of the podcast, but and I wanted this part to be in the last because I want to talk about the fans of supporters of Nepal and your relation. They've been very naughty, they've been very humble, and they've been very friendly to you.
Yes, exactly. Uh, it started from Dubai. They used to love me when I used to come in leagues, franchise leagues. But when I come, when we played a matches of WCL in Dubai, when I had a little bit argument with Sandeep Lamichani, after that, I have received at that day more than 1,000 messages, and they were just talking to me, blah, 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 blah. But I never, honestly, I never took a negative way, because I always enjoy whoever say good or bad. I always enjoy. And after that, we took picture, and like the ground things are in the ground, and there is nothing when we go out of the ground. And after that, then I really love Nepali fans, because whenever they come with something new, and after that, I start really enjoying them, and then it's quite hard to reply a lot of people, but I try to reply to most of the people on Instagram, and they really,
Especially in the ground.
yeah, especially in the ground. Then after that, they enjoying me, and then they bring one. What you can say was that 10 rupees ki Pepsi, Rohan Bhai sexy. So that become more
It
popular
was
and
like viral on
yeah,
TikTok.
viral. And मैं देखता था TikTok पे मुझे when I back to Dubai तो मुझे लोग send करते थे कि यार रोहन भाई आपका तो इतना famous हो गया इतना. So now they really love me and they love me. I don't know how much, but trust me, I love more than them because they supported me and all the way. And whenever they shout, I try to take my change my position of feeling to go there and talk to them. And I said this is cricket is game. Yes, of course, I play for win. I play with more passionate than all, but I want to enjoy. When I come to the ground, I want to enjoy whatever condition it is, we lose or we win, I want to enjoy. And really, I'm enjoying.
All right, before moving forward on the same topic, can you guess what's inside this bag?
Can you tell me, brother?
Don't tell him. You have to guess. Don't look, just guess. He's not going to say. नहीं बोलने वाले हैं. मैं पहले ही बोल दिया, मत बोलिए.
ये कुछ 10 रुपए की पेप्सी का ही कुछ नीचे होगा.
Okay, on behalf of all Nepalese, हामी सबै नेपालीको तर्फबाट हामी हाम्रो दाइलाई दिनेछौँ, खुवाउनेछौँ पेप्सी. आजकल 10 रुपए में तो पेप्सी नहीं मिलती है, but you are price for us.
Yes, you have to drink now.
We have to cheers. When I was a kid, we used to have like a small bottle and we used to call it Puche Pepsi. I think in India they used to get Chota Pepsi.
Yeah, okay.
So Puche is the term for Chota.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guessed it right, huh? Thank you.
This was my plan actually.
10 रुपए की पेप्सी.
Okay, this is on behalf of all the fans of you. Mustafa bhai,
Thank you very much.
cheers.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
10 रुपए की पेप्सी हमारे भाई 60. Right, come towards the end. So, what are the future plans for you now, personally and in terms of cricket?
I feel I'm still young and I'm quite fit, and I will try to reduce my little bit more weight because there are a lot of World Cup qualifiers coming up, and there are a lot of, as I said, ILT is coming up again. And in the last season, I haven't did very well, but I did well for my team, and I believe I will play again for the same team, and inshallah, and I will try to do more well. And as far I know, I can play 4 to 5 years more, and I will try to manage that. And after that, I have no plan till now, and I believe there is no tomorrow. So if you live today and enjoy the life.
Wow. So when I approached you, I just texted you. I didn't knew that you knew me. और क्या लगा था कि कुछ दिनों बाद मैसेज आएगा, ये busy होंगे. And I also thought like, he's playing, should I message him or not? But I just gave it a try and you instantly replied. And that was such a wonderful thing to me because I've just started my show, Colors of the Game. So I think this is going to be our 5th or 6th episode. Okay, 6th, 7th maybe.
Okay.
So you came here, I think right man at the right place for me.
Again, when I saw your message, honestly, there were 2 other guys who were messaging me to take interview of me. And sometime when I go back to the hotel, I try to reply everyone because it comes in other messages. But sometimes it comes a lot of messages, then it's very hard to reply. Honestly, I always say sorry to everyone that I can't reply. But when I saw your messages, I really little bit recognized you. I saw you somewhere. So after that, and I said, okay, no problem. And honestly, it's very pleasure for me to come here and be with you and with your family and everyone. So I really enjoy myself here. And inshallah, when I come again to Nepal, I will try to tell you to take interview again.
No, I'll call you again. We have to talk.
Yeah.
Also, if you have some time before leaving, the football league is happening.
Okay.
So we can go to the stadium.
All
the
right.
whole team.
Okay.
I can talk to the officials.
Okay.
So maybe a formal invitation to the UAE cricket
exactly.
team. So we can go and enjoy a game under the lights.
Yeah, exactly. I think recently Nepali players are also went to one of the Nepal match. I saw their pictures and all these things. for sure we will try. And
So it's
we
happening
will
now.
come.
So one of the break days,
Yeah, we will do.
let's
Inshallah.
try.
Inshallah.
I'll talk to the officials.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, brother, for coming.
Thank you.
And I hope in coming days, aap aate rahe.
Inshallah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. And all the best.
Thank you
for
very
the
much.
upcoming.
Thank you.
Since being a Nepali, I don't want to say that, but I have to be neutral here.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Thank you so
very
much.
Bye.